In this video, we're going to take a look at the newly released nylon version of the Civic book bag 22 liter from EVERGOODS. What's up everyone, I'm Kevin, welcome to Pack and Roam. If you're new to the channel, I do gear reviews, primarily backpacks and slings, but sometimes I'll get into EDC gear, travel gear, accessories, that type of stuff. If that sounds like your thing, definitely subscribe to the channel. And also, if you haven't already, head on over to Instagram and follow me at pack_roam. I'm going to be doing some giveaways soon, and I'm going to be doing them on the Instagram channel. So head on over there and follow me so you don't miss out. Meanwhile, today we're looking at a bag that I've had for a few weeks, so I'm a bit behind. I've been traveling a lot. The beginning of the year has been very hectic for me travel-wise, mostly business trips. Although I did manage to squeeze in a personal trip last weekend to New York City for the Carryology meetup, which was a blast. I met a lot of great people and had a great time. Looking forward to the next one, which incidentally, I think I'm going to hit the one in Dallas on Saturday because I'm going to be in town anyway. So regardless, this is one of the bags. I think this showed up 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I ordered it the day it was released and I have not had a chance to use it. I haven't even taken the tags off of it. You know, initial impressions is what this video is going to be. I haven't had a chance to use it much to do a full review. So I'm going to do a quick run through, initial impressions, and show you what I got in there as a sample loadout for now. So without further ado, let's jump right into that. And we'll take a quick look at specs and materials. So spec-wise, we're looking at, it's a 22 liter bag. It's a CB22 liter or the Civic book bag 22 liter from EVERGOODS. We're at about 2 pounds empty for this bag. And dimensions are 17 inches by 11 inches by 4.7 inches. So relatively small. That was my initial impression. This is a small bag. And I'll be honest, I was kind of kicking myself when I didn't order the Griffin version, the Griffin 2 release when it came out, because I mean, that leather bottom was amazing. I thought it looked so cool, but it also looked kind of small for me. And I will say, I mean, initially that's my first impression when I picked this bag up is, this is a small bag, much smaller than I'm used to carrying. I tend to carry larger bags. I'm a larger guy. I think they look better on my frame. Also, I sometimes struggle with minimalism, but this one's smaller. We're looking at EVERGOODS pretty much standard materials. So this is their 840D, their custom ballistic nylon that they produce. The inside is their standard 420D HT or high tenacity lining. You got the standard gray. We'll take a look at the inside in a minute. On the outside, YKK zippers, number 8s and 10s across. So we've got number 8 on this front pouch, which is pretty cool with its built-in volume. And then a double number 10 setup on top. We've got another zipper for the quick access pocket. And then that's it. So that's the main access points from the outside of the bag and really the only pockets to speak of. So it's got a pretty cool outlook to it. I like how you've got some pleats in here so you can see it's kind of built for a little bit of additional capacity. I mean, what I've gotten here doesn't scratch the surface of what you could put in here. I think you could load this out pretty well. And I was actually, based on its 22 liter size, kind of surprised at what I was able to get inside because I just kind of pulled everything out of my 26 liter GR1 from my last work trip, which is what I've been using for my personal item, and stuffed it in here, minus a couple things, but it all fit extremely well. So mind you, I didn't have the 26 liter stuffed out either. Design-wise, while we're looking at the outside of the bag, this is pretty cool right here, how this is like a bucket on the bottom, right? So you got this, it's like a cup almost, and I think that really enables this bag to stand up pretty well. So I think as long as you've got this loaded out properly, it shouldn't have any issue standing up on its own. Pretty much, you know, designed with that big flat bottom that's almost like a bucket or like a plate design. So otherwise, the standard nylon zipper pulls for EVERGOODS bags. We have some counter pulls for the main zip, which are always handy. There's standard square loop field on the front. The back is also pretty much standard EVERGOODS in that we've got, you know, the very thin mesh material with the foam behind it. Same thing on the back of the straps. The straps have their typical daisy chain of the thin webbing that the sternum strap attaches to. Nice long straps for the adjustment. We'll get into the size of the straps a little bit later with generous thumb pulls in there for tightening it down. Also typical for EVERGOODS, no type of strap management built in. And that's really it for the exterior. So pretty simple setup, pretty simple design. It's a modern take on, you know, the classic back bag look. And overall though, I do have to say, I like the aesthetic of the bag. And I'm fine with the fact that, as you'll notice, there are no water bottle pockets. I tend to prefer not to have water bottle pockets. And that is what, now that I'm thinking about it, that's kind of a core thing that's missing, is I do stick a water bottle inside my GR1, and that's not in here. So let's open it up and take a look at what I've got inside, just as kind of a thrown together sample loadout. And I've got a break and travel coming up end of this month for about 3 weeks. I'll be working out of a local plant, and I think that'll be a great opportunity to carry this probably to and from the office, and prepare to do a full review and give you my full take on how it carries and performs. But front pocket is pretty cool in that it has a significant amount of built-in capacity. And if you can see down inside there, you've got quite a bit of capacity, as well as some organization. So you got a dump area and then some organization pockets behind it. I've got, this is the Article 177 from Dan Matsuda. I picked this up at Urban Cred when I was out there last weekend for the meetup. If you're in the Brooklyn area or just the New York City area in general, you have to hit Urban Cred. Very cool store, lots of cool stuff. Go in there, say hi, and take a look around and buy yourself something nice, because awesome stuff in there. Great store, great people. Otherwise, we've got their key leash in there. Pretty standard for EVERGOODS. That's like the third time I almost said GoRuck. I don't know why, but pretty standard for EVERGOODS. Key leash setup on there. A couple drop pockets. So we've got two narrower ones on the side. I've got my pills in one of the outside ones. You got kind of a wider one right here, and then another narrower one, even narrower on that side. And then obviously the flap that covers it all. So really awesome access, and you can, I mean, to me, that's going to work out great for EDC or travel, because I can stuff a good amount of stuff in there and then quickly access it without rummaging through the inside. That's that front pocket. The main pocket, let's open that up and take a look. And that is pretty much full clamshell open, except for the tiny bit at the base. So it's more or less a panel loader. And this is what the inside looks like. So you've got a top pocket, and you can see there's some volume associated with that. And I think that's where those pleats come in. So that's got some built-in volume, almost like the front side dump pockets on the CTB26, except the pockets on the inside. So you got not quite as much depth as you do in those pockets on the CTB, but a considerable amount of width. And then that built-in volume means you can put some stuff in there. I don't have anything in there right now, but I anticipate using that to hold a lot of odds and ends that I can just dump in there. And then what I've got in there right now, I've got this limited edition, the gray topo printed X-Pack Garage Built Gear Ultimate EDC Organizer. I've got two of these, one in wax canvas, and this one, I absolutely love these. So, you know, I think I've done a full review on these before. And this is what I've been carrying lately. I've swapped out for the Cap 1, and I've been using this in flight most often for kind of my in-flight essentials. And then I don't need to take it back and forth to the plant when I get to where I'm going, but it's got everything I could possibly need in flight in a convenient package that's easy to grab. And then I've got this is my PPE gear in a small shadow pocket from GoRuck. I've got the DJI Pocket 3 in there, the whole setup. And then the Gravel Mini, which is what I've been using for DOP kit when I do carry-on and smaller loadouts. So love this DOP kit. I've talked about this before. But that all fits nicely inside the bag with room to spare. Always have road snacks, so those are in there. And then where this bag is going to fall short for me in terms of like a carry-on setup for travel is I carry two devices. I typically like to travel with my iPad 13 Pro, which fits in there no problem. And then I have a 14-inch work laptop, which actually has a smaller footprint width-wise than this does with the case on it. So I know that'll fit in there. But bags that can accommodate two devices really shine for me. As a matter of fact, it's a must for travel. So that's why this one's going to be solely EDC, probably back and forth to the office. When I'm working at the local plants, I don't bring my iPad with. that's why, you know, the GR1, you got the bomb-proof laptop part in the back. You also have the stretch pockets. That's how I do it. Or the CTB26 has an even better setup for that, in that it's really built for 2 devices. It's got 2 different sections in the tech compartment or the laptop compartment to handle both of them. So I do love carrying both those. You can see under here, we've got access to the frame sheet area with some Velcro, and that is it for the inside. This material is the quick access pocket up here, and we'll open that up to take a look at it momentarily. But very small, very manageable. Size-wise for an EDC bag, for me, this is great. This would be a great size for back and forth to the office. So we're gonna give that a shot towards the end of the month when I can do that. All right, we're gonna throw that stuff back in there for now and keep the volume. And I love this. So I bought this Article 177 for my sunglasses. I'm kind of kicking myself. I wish I would have bought the pouch as well, but this works out perfect for my Gator sunglasses. And then it came with really cool lens cloth. Check that out. So this is working out absolutely perfect for me. It fits my sunglasses. It's nice and protective, rigid, and then still, so it's easy to take with me. It's easier, it's a very, I guess, slim and low displacement. It doesn't take up a lot of space for a hard case, which is nice. And then you got some versatility with the clips. You can clip it to stuff. You can clip it around stuff. All right. Last but not least, let's throw this back in here too, because what I'm going to do then is show you what this looks like on me. Oh, almost missed it, but I also have a nano bag in that front pocket, which I'm in the habit of having one of those on me because they are extremely convenient and easy to carry. All right. We're going to put this iPad back under here. Last but not least, pocket-wise, we do have the quick access pocket on top in typical EVERGOODS fashion. So it's a wedge-shaped pocket, lots of space to put a phone, wallet if you're going through security or you're just out and about around town. Good spot to put stuff for quick access. And then it does that EVERGOODS thing where that pulls out like a wedge to kind of hug the top of your shoulders when you're wearing it. So that's really it. And we could talk use case scenarios, and I'm not really prepared to do that. Haven't used it enough to get a good feel for how it's going to fit into my carry setup. So I'm going to avoid that for now. We'll talk about it when I do the full review. I'll kind of reiterate initial impressions though, and small, especially for someone of my stature or my size. I will say I did wear it, and I'll show you what it looks like on me, but it feels comfortable. As long as the load is light, I haven't tried to put a heavy load in there, but with what I have in there now, it feels comfortable, feels perfectly adequate to carry with, I think, an appropriately sized load in terms of weight. But, I feel like strap-wise, and you'll see this when I try it on, these straps are kind of short for me. So I'm a big guy. I need a lot of strap length to kind of hug my shoulders and kind of wrap around. There's plenty of adjustment in them. It's just, there's not a whole lot of strap itself. And then the straps, very thick, nicely padded, but they are on the thinner side in terms of distribution. But again, just putting it on, walking around the house a bit with this loadout, it seems very comfortable, more than adequate for, carrying what this bag is designed to in terms of size, being a 22 liter. So that's really it for now. Stay tuned for the full review. Don't forget to go over and follow me on Instagram at pack_Rome. Again, I'm going to be doing some giveaways, and you don't want to miss those. And then, if you found this video interesting or you like this type of content, you're into bags, everyday carry, that type of stuff, definitely support me by subscribing to the channel. Thanks. For reference purposes, I am 5'11", about 225 pounds. My torso is measured at 18 inches, I believe. So just to give you kind of a reference size-wise.